Democrats are lobbying new attacks at the White House, but their target is not necessarily President Trump.
Tech mogul Elon Musk is facing more and more criticism for his efforts to radically change the federal government. Doug Lazater live for us in Washington with more on this. Doug, good morning.
Bob and Brooke, good morning. According to both President Trump and Elon Musk, this is just the start of an effort to cut back the federal government. They're taking on the courts as well as enraged Democrats here on Capitol Hill.
A rally a day keeps the fascists away.
The Democrats keeping up their drumbeat of opposition to cuts in government spending. But with polls showing President Trump enjoying public support, they're turning their attention to the man charged with carrying out the cuts, Elon Musk.
We won't stop until Elon Musk and his DOGE cronies are kicked out of every federal agency.
Democrats, meanwhile, who have felt like they haven't really found their footing, they don't know how to attack President Trump, and especially after their losses, think they have the perfect villain in Elon Musk.
It's not draconian or radical, I think.
Musk appeared with the president in the Oval Office yesterday, talking about his proposed cuts and the extensive government waste he says he's uncovered. But federal judges are throwing up roadblocks.
Well, I always abide by the courts, and then I'll have to appeal it. But then what he's done is he slowed down the momentum, and it gives crooked people more time to cover up the books.
Okay, and momentum is critical for the administration's effort here, with the president hoping to usher in these big changes while Democrats are still trying to find their footing. Brooke and Bob.
I don't even know where to start. I have so many questions about so many things. I watched that entire press conference, and my notes, my pen was on fire.
Yeah. Back to the Mark Foley situation, Doug Fogel, sorry, overnight, and his release. Still a lot of questions of what the U.S. might have given up for his release in the past. You know, when it came to, let's say, the release of the American basketball star Brittany Griner, we had to release The Merchant of Death in order to get this release. And you know, in this situation, it's still not clear what the U.S. may or may give up in the future, what promises were made.
Yeah, that was a tough trade for Griner, and we pretty much knew right away what the terms of that deal were. The president was asked about this last night. What were the terms? He said that they were good terms, better than we've seen before, but didn't get into any specificity on that. And, of course, the overlay on this is, you know, efforts to end the war in Ukraine. Is this somehow all connected to perhaps a bigger deal? We don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I heard the phrase merchant of death 45 times, like, daily. And we have no idea truly what happened here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure some details will emerge, but we're certainly not hearing them yet.
Was in federal custody and is no longer, so it should be fairly easy to figure out.
Mm. I guess.
Yeah, if this was a swap, I mean, there, you know, this could have been. There were obviously some terms. There was some kind of a deal here. We don't know whether it represented an actual exchange or perhaps trying to hammer out some terms to end the conflict in Ukraine.
All right, we know you got to go, Doug. Thanks. We appreciate it. We will check in with you later.